Late into the night of February 14, 2025, the area surrounding Ukraine's Chernobyl nuclear plant is dead silent. The site has been abandoned by humans for nearly 40 years. But suddenly, the quiet of the exclusion zone is broken by a low buzz. A small drone, packed with explosives, is flying directly toward a massive, dimly lit metal dome in the distance. That target is the new Safe Confinement, or NSC. It took the combined effort of 45 countries, 2 billion euros, and 30 years of planning and construction to build this giant structure. Its sole purpose is to lock away a historic hazard. Deep beneath this steel shell sit the extremely radioactive remains of reactor number 4, which exploded back in 1986. The most lethal piece of that wreckage is a solidified mass of melted nuclear fuel and concrete known as the elephant's foot. To this day, the radiation emitting from this mass is so intense that standing next to it for just 30 seconds would cause your body to break down and melt from the inside out. To contain this exact threat, the NSC was built like a fortress. Engineers used 36,000 tons of solid steel, creating an arch so sturdy rated to withstand massive earthquakes, survive extreme blizzards, and hurricane-force winds for a full century without buckling. Nature could throw its absolute worst at the arch for 100 years and fail to leave a dent. Yet, a single cheap explosive drone was about to bypass all of those physical defenses in a matter of seconds. While the massive steel frame is visible to everyone, the shield's primary defense is actually invisible. If you look at a cross-section of the NSC, it is 2 distinct layers of steel separated by a hollow 12-meter gap. Inside that gap, climate control machines constantly pump in highly pressurized, completely dry air. Think of it like inflating a giant balloon inside the metal framework. Because the pressure inside the gap is significantly higher than the atmosphere outside, external air cannot push its way in. This invisible wall of dry air repels all rain, snow, and humidity, ensuring those 36,000 tons of structural steel remain completely dry and never rust. When the drone detonated on the roof, it blew a multi-meter hole right through the ceiling. The explosive force essentially popped the balloon. In an instant, the highly pressurized air escaped, causing the entire climate control system to fail. While the pressure dropped, a secondary crisis was sparking to life inside the structure. The explosion ignited the waterproofing and insulation material hidden between the outer and inner steel layers, starting a slow-burning ghost fire that was completely invisible from the outside. The structural damage from the explosion was only the start of the crisis. Inside, the collapse of air pressure allowed outside air and winter moisture to flood an environment designed to be a perfect bone-dry vacuum. The response required Ukraine to deploy over 500 emergency workers to the site. Firefighters had to hang from mountaineering ropes 100 meters in the air, battling freezing February winds in pitch darkness, all while dangling directly above the most radioactive real estate on the planet. Because the fire was trapped entirely between the steel sheets, water sprayed from the outside couldn't reach the flames. The crews had to use angle grinders to manually cut through the outer steel layer, eventually carving out 330 individual holes around the drone's impact zone. Once those holes were open, firefighters immediately pumped massive volumes of freezing water deep inside the arch's lining to drown the hidden flames. Every drop of water sprayed into those cavities violated the core engineering rule of the structure. The entire massive arch relies on staying entirely free of water to prevent its skeleton from degrading. The firefighters succeeded in putting out the flames after 21 agonizing days, but to keep the shield from burning down, they were forced to permanently flood its interior, systematically destroying the anti-rust defense mechanism they were trying to save. By late 2025, international nuclear safety inspectors from the IAEA visited the site and confirmed the worst. The climate control system is totally dead. The pressurized air barrier is gone, leaving those 330 firefighter cuts wide open to the elements. Rain, snow, and dense humidity now pour straight into the gap, causing the massive steel frame to aggressively rust from the inside out. Fixing it presents an impossible logistical knot. The blast hole sits directly above reactor number 4. Radiation levels are so intense that strict biological safety laws restrict a human worker to a maximum of 20 hours there for the entire year. The alternative proposed by engineers is to place the entire 36,000-ton structure on massive rails and roll it away to a safe zone for repairs. But moving the shield would expose the crumbling, highly radioactive reactor core directly to the open air of an active war zone, where drones and missiles are already flying overhead. The most expensive, heavily engineered containment shield on Earth is trapped in a fatal gridlock. It is too radioactive to repair in its current spot and far too dangerous to move anywhere else. Time to break this gridlock is short. When the shield was constructed, the steel was painted with a specific anti-corrosion coating that expires in just a few years. Engineers project that if the holes remain open, internal rust will compromise the structure by 2030. If the rusted steel frame finally gives out, 36,000 tons of heavy metal will crash straight down into the original brittle concrete sarcophagus hastily poured over the reactor in 1986. That impact would instantly kick up a massive radioactive dust cloud comprising the elephant's foot and thousands of tons of contaminated debris. Wind currents would carry that cloud straight into the upper atmosphere, blanketing Europe in a second Chernobyl disaster. Thousands of the brightest engineers collaborated for 3 decades to build a megastructure perfectly equipped to defeat a century of nature's worst weather. Yet, the entire system is actively crumbling because it was never designed to survive a single moment of human warfare.